I had a man say to me once that the reason that he likes dating younger women is because they're not so angry. He literally was like,
Oh, here we go. Another shamer that's past their prime. Corpseman, thanks, brother. Wondering if this debate will evolve into a culture-wide rejection of marriage by men, so long as current legal conditions are extant. No, because men will just go overseas. That'll be the answer if it becomes that bad. If women put off men in droves, like to the point where they leave, that's probably going to be the answer, unless we reverse the course of laws.
I like younger women because they're still so sweet. Like, yeah, babe, it's a lack of experience with your literal gender. They don't know yet. Nobody likes an angry woman, right? It's okay to be a little angry, though.
I don't give a f who thinks I'm cringe, because the majority of people out here judging others for putting themselves out there are people that want to put themselves out there but are scared of the opinions of others.
Whenever you miss me, just remember, you had me, and I wasn't enough, bitch.
Let's talk about the 20 things I wish I knew while dating in my 20s. If you have to ask yourself if you're in the right relationship, you're probably in the wrong relationship. There is somebody out there waiting to
What is with the makeup tutorials? Is this how you just talk in the camera now?
love you more than you ever thought possible. Don't quit before you find them. There are no shortcuts to healing from heartbreak. Allow yourself to feel it, and eventually you'll move past it. Sometimes good men do bad things. It doesn't mean you have to forgive them, but it doesn't mean you have to demonize them either. Learn to leave someone without villainizing them. You'll never find peace if you ask for it from the person who disturbed your peace in the first place. Learn to love your loneliness. It's what will protect you from giving yourself away to all the wrong men. Sometimes all you need to do is ugly cry and eat Haagen-Dazs directly from the carton. Let yourself be the stereotype, and you can laugh about it later. Be scared and do it anyways. Go on that first date. Say I love you first. Start that new business. Let your fear fuel your power. Rejection is a part of a life well lived. Just because one man rejected you doesn't mean another won't come along and love you for everything you are. There are 7.8 billion people in the world, and all you need is one. Sometimes it wasn't you and it wasn't him. Not everyone is meant to be together, and most people need to date the wrong person first in order to find the right person later. Know who you are, and no one will ever be able to use it against you. Going back to a man who hurts you means you trust in him more than you trust in your future. Trust me, your future is always better. Don't date a man who uses alcohol as an excuse for his actions. Most of the time, you can't break up with someone without breaking their heart. Learn to be the bad guy because it's a better choice than being the good guy who's lying to their partner. You don't need to be friends with your ex, and you don't need to be the bigger person. You just need to move on. Blocking someone is not a sign of weakness. Learn to viciously edit the negativity out of your life. Dare to ask for more because it's the only way you'll get it. You can love somebody and also know they're not right for you. Your worth is not defined by who didn't love you. Your worth is defined by how you overcame being unloved. There is always time to start over and become the person you want to be. You can resolve to start on May 8th and a half just as much as you can on January 1st, so what are you waiting for? Start now.
Something that's really hard for me to wrap my head around is how people get cheated on and then choose to
Not one married, not one has a long-term relationship, not one has anything. Quick to give advice.
take the cheater back.
So this is a great question, and if you are genuinely interested in the answer, you should check out The State of Affairs, Rethinking Infidelity by Esther Perel. Esther is a marriage therapist, and she talks about how, on the whole, most of the couples that she sees are in decades-long monogamous relationships, and then for whatever reason, one person strays. But even though this person does stray, both of the people in the relationship want to stay together, which sort of goes against the myth that only people who are unhappy in their relationships cheat. And then she talks about why people cheat. You know, the Western conception of cheating or cheaters is that they're bad people, they're selfish, they are irredeemable, they're evil, they are not worth compassion or understanding, right? Because what they're doing is causing so much pain and emotional damage to their partner. And so we also think, on the flip side of that, the people who get cheated on should always leave. And if they don't, they carry this stigma of being seen as pathetic or pitiable by everyone else in society. Esther says that when one person cheats, the relationship that they were in prior to that cheating no longer exists. So if couples want to stay together, they are starting from scratch. They are starting a new relationship. And so the priority is on the person who has been hurt. They have to be able to process their emotions first, and their partner, who's the cheater, has to be receptive to that. And once they do that, they can sort of take it to the next level where the cheater understands their motivations behind cheating. And this is what's most interesting, because people cheat for so many different reasons. They cheat for control. They cheat to avoid intimacy with their current partner. Esther gives an example of a woman who, from childhood, had felt like she had a lot of expectations placed on her by her family and friends and everyone else in society. And so she cheated because she was trying to experience or live a different life through the person that she was cheating with. And they weren't even having that much sex. People think that it's just about sex. A lot of the time, it's not. So there's a lot of complexity to cheating. And I think people who are on the receiving end of that, if they still really love their partner, they recognize that. It's also interesting because Esther talks about the individualistic communities and collectivist communities and their understanding of cheating, because for a lot of people that come from collectivist communities don't believe that cheating is the end all be all to a relationship. Some people just aren't willing to destroy their family unit because of an indiscretion or what they view to be an indiscretion. And I think we have to understand that and accept that some people are just going to make choices that we don't disagree with. If you don't want to stay with a partner who's cheated on you, then don't. But I think that there's a lot of complexity to cheating that we don't want to accept because it would mean humanizing the person who has done a lot of damage.
Should OnlyFans females be taken serious?
Don't have OnlyFans. I am stripper.
You're a stripper?
Yeah, of course.
Do you like being dominated?
Yeah, of course. I like money too much.
Do you like men choking you?
I like black men.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Hey, look. Do you like eating ass? Let's be real.
Anal sex? Yeah.
Hey, you say you... Hey, hold on. ¿Cómo te llamas? Maria. Yo me llamo Roberto. Maria.
Okay.
You only like black men, that's it?
I like it.
No más black men?
No más.
No Mexican?
Me gustan trigueñitos así como tú.
Sí.
No me gustan los blancos, es la verdad.
I like girls with curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Qué casualidad.
¿Verdad?
Casualidad.
She's good at finessing. Yeah, wait until you get robbed. Neil, fellas, once you experience a feminine traditional woman overseas, there will be no going back to Western women for the rest of your lives. Inexperienced men that go overseas and get a girl like this with a little light feminine voice, and you will get ripped to shreds. Yeah, you'll get absolutely destroyed. These women know exactly what tune to sing in a man's ear. Better be careful.